Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Virtual Encounters. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. We have a very special and interesting guest today. Most elegant and promising batsman who have worn the Indian jersey, career spanning over 16 years, over 100 matches in Test and ODIs both. Cricketer, selector, coach, mentor, giving back to cricket. Mr. Dilip Vengsarkar, Colonel, Lord of the Lords, true stalwart of Indian cricket. Welcome, sir. Welcome to DD India. First of all, how have you been doing? And tough time for everyone during COVID. Hope everyone is safe.
Absolutely, everybody is safe, but yes, it is tough time. And at the moment in Mumbai, it is flood. The roads are flooded now because of the heavy monsoon.
Yeah.
So we have to go through these tough times as well. So we'll wait and see. I think how it goes. But everything is fine and okay at the moment.
Yeah. And sir, who gave you the name Colonel? Was it when you smashed Bishan sir and Irapalli Prasanna in Irani Trophy in 1975 when Lara Lamanath was commentating and he compared you with Colonel C.K. Naidu? Or is there any other story behind this?
No, that's the only story. I think you're absolutely right. What you heard is absolutely right. That in my first Irani Cup match in '75, I scored 100. I was hitting 7 sixes, 4 of Bishan, 3 of Prasanna. And on All India Radio, Dilala Amanat was doing commentary, and he said it was like Colonel Naidu. So that's the thing, like, but nobody calls me Colonel, but only the press calls me Colonel. I don't know why.
Right. But sir, how it all started for you? I mean, you always wanted to be a cricketer since your childhood, or someone motivated you, that someone saw the talent and he encouraged you to take it as a professional sport?
Not really. I stayed in Hindu colony, Dadar, and the area where I think almost 15 test cricket used to live. And my school, King George English School, where only one game was promoted, that's cricket. And my school must have produced about 8 to 9 test cricketers. So we got a rich history and tradition in Mumbai. And of course, it's number one game. Everybody plays cricket. It's a headquarters of cricket. And I have watched a lot of matches when I was young in school. I watched all the tests all thing, close to my house. So that was a great inspiration for all of us. And that motivated me. I used to play interlane underarm tennis tournaments. So we used to call ourselves Ajit Wadekar, or Sardesai, Manjrekar, or Umrigar, all those guys. So that was fun, like those days. And then I was a captain of my school also, and then I was schools. I was a captain of Indian universities. I was captain of Bombay University. Then, of course, I played for Bombay, and I was captain of Bombay. I was captain of India. So, good in school cricket.
Right. And also, sir, you mentioned about the Irani Cup match when you were only 19. You were playing for Bombay that time against the rest of India. And you smashed, like you said, Irapalli Prasanna, the likes of Bishan Singh Bedi and Madan Lal and Gandappa Vishwanath. They were also part of that team. You think that was the point when everybody took notice of you, and then you were handed the India cap?
I think I must tell you a story behind this. Because I got picked at the age of 18 for Bombay team. When I scored a lot of runs in inter-collegiate tournament, inter-varsity tournament. But the entire year I was doing scoring. Because the thing is that at the 14th man used to take the scorebook. The scoring those days,
Okay.
And Bombay won Ranji Trophy those days. I think we used to win almost every year. And then I was not getting an opportunity to play. And the next year in the Irani Cup match, just before the Irani Cup match, Eknath Solkar got injured. And that's how I got the opportunity to play. So I said, this is an opportunity for me. I worked hard for it. I've been waiting for a long time. And I scored 100. After 100, next match I played in an unofficial test match in India and Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the rest is history, and over 100 matches in both Test and ODIs. But sir, if I ask you your best moments in cricket, 1983 World Cup victory would be one. I know three consecutive centuries in Lords, uh, or Delhi Test against Pakistan. Uh, Maybe one of your best knocks. You want to mention your best moments?
Well, I scored 4 Test match 100s in Delhi in Kotla. Though I scored three at the Lords, but I scored 4 Test match 100 at
Hmm.
Kotla. That was three against West Indies and one against Pakistan. Of
Hmm.
course, the Pakistan Test match was very important because on the fifth day itself, I think we were on the verge of losing the Test match. And Yashpal and me, we had a long partnership, so we came very close to winning the Test match. The best moment was that for the first time we won at the Lost Wicket ground in 1986, and I scored 100 in that match.
Hmm.
And Headingley, of course, I scored 100, and it was a very low-scoring game.
Hmm.
And then we won the series, and I was man of the match, and it was a great year for me also. So
Hmm.
those things, and then of course, apart from World Cup, we won in Australia in 1985.
Yeah.
That was another big thing.
Yeah.
And then we used to keep winning in Sharjah also when we started in 1992.
Hmm.
So we won a lot of matches then. Uh,
Hmm.
and then of captaining India as well in 87, 88, 89 for 3 years.
Hmm.
Another big thing, and we won the Asia Cup. Then we beat New Zealand in India.
Hmm.
All other things.
And also, sir, you think for the first 2 3 years you weren't that successful. After that, after maybe 1978 against Australia, then against West Indies, the trio of West Indies, you smashed them all over the park, and then Pakistan, you had a superb run during that 85 87 period also. You think for the first 2 3 years, maybe you know the best reasons. You think you were not that successful. At least the stats show.
Yeah, I was a bit inexperienced. I was 19 years of age when we when we to New Zealand and West Indies.
Hmm.
Of course, New Zealand was very cold, and the ball used to seam around, bounce also. And then West Indies, we had all the four, five fast bowlers we had to face. And though I scored runs in last Test match when everybody got injured,
Yeah.
but apart from that, I was not really big scorer those days in the sense, especially in
Hmm.
cricket.
Hmm.
But that happened, I think, on the tour of Australia in 77, 78, where I scored runs in almost every Test match. In the last Test match, we came very close to winning.
Hmm.
We had to chase 490 something. I think we scored 445
Hmm.
I think on 78 at that time. That was a great series for us. And since then, I think I was a bit consistent at the international level.
Hmm. But it's very important to back youngsters. You were saying that you played your first test match, you were only 19, and then who backed you? It's very important to get the backup, because if someone doesn't back you, then your confidence, your
See, it's
morale
not a
always go
backing.
down.
See, it's not a backing. I think you require, I think what is required is to score runs at the first class level.
Yeah,
Because unless you score runs, nobody will pick you,
yeah,
the team.
that's right.
So it's up to you. The thing is that, and of course, those days we had an opportunity to play, the first class matches, whether Irani Cup match, whether at the Ranji Trophy or Dulip Trophy.
Hmm.
I remember on the Australian tour, I had scored 175 against Central Zone and 140 against North Zone. So
Hmm.
you have to score runs. I think you have to be
Yeah.
consistent. And you have to score runs, and then you get picked.
Hmm. That's right.
That's how I got picked on the tour of Australia. I
Hmm.
established myself at the international level.
And you're also called Lord of the Lords. Three consecutive centuries there. If I'm not wrong, Sachin Tendulkar doesn't even have one century in Lords. Did you roll down the pitch of the Lords and took it to your home?
I almost did actually. I had to play another tour in 1990 where I scored 52 runs, 52 and 35. I was geared up to score my 400, but that to be. But I enjoyed every moment at the Lords. Of course, it has got great history and tradition. And cricket ground, everybody wants to play. Everybody's ambition is to play at Lords. And as you listen to the commentary between England and Australia, India and England, all those Yes, so I was very keen to play at the Lords, but I was lucky as I could score 300s.
But I mean, is it because of the positive vibes, or I mean something else? You like that ground, you had that extra confidence and extra josh playing there and scoring 100. You had this in your mind that yes, this is a place where I have to score hundreds.
That is important because of course, scoring runs, scoring 100 at the Lords is the ultimate point for that match, and I was no exception. But having said that, I think when you enter certain grounds, I think you get good positive vibes.
Yeah.
Lords is one of them, definitely. And of course, Kotla is another. Then, and then all the grounds in India also. And there are some grounds I think where you feel that you're going to do well.
Yeah.
I think Lords was one of them, one of the grounds.
All right. We want to know about the World Cup victory, sir. I mean, you are the best person to answer this question. I mean, before the tournament, you thought that you would win the World Cup, and when you won, how long did it take to sink in that moment?
So the fact of the matter is that I think we were not the favorites to win the World Cup in 1983. But then I think prior to the World Cup, we had gone to West Indies. And we were playing I think one ODI game against West Indies and that we won. So at the back of the mind, I think we knew that there is an outside chance that we could beat the Windies. Because West Indies at that point of time was absolutely invincible in the sense they would beat anybody for that matter.
Yeah.
Best team for almost 1.5 decades. They had beaten Australia, I think 5-0 in Test match cricket, or England 5-0 Test match cricket. India also they had beaten everybody. They had won the World Cup in 75 and then in 79 also.
Yeah.
The favorites to win the World Cup. The first game at Old Trafford, I think we won the match. West Indies. So that was a big thing for us because what we felt, if you bat first and score runs, you can always put them under pressure. That is what happened. They scored runs, and put them under pressure. So they just collapsed. And that is the finals. Again, I think though we had scored 183 only, they couldn't chase it because they were under pressure.
And tell us about the celebrations also, sir. Later, I mean, how did you celebrate? We want to know from you.
Well, to be honest, again, as I said, that we were not expected to win in the sense that because they were too powerful aside. But then we won the thing, World Cup. Everybody was so thrilled. Everybody was so happy. All those who had come for the match, they had come to they came to our hotel. I think it was across the Lords. So there was too much rush, too much bhangra going on, flowing, and everybody was so happy mood. It was unbelievable.
Seriously, it was indeed unbelievable. And 75 and 79, we didn't do that well. And coming and doing well and also winning the World Cup was exceptional. Indian team won the World Cup under the captaincy of Kapil Dev. But sir, you retired in 1992. Was it, or I should put it like this, has it been your most difficult decision? Because you are known to be, I mean, you have that in your mind that name, fame, whenever you are going, people are asking for your autographs. Was it your most difficult decision to retire from international cricket?
Yeah, it is the most difficult decision for everyone for that matter. Then I think you set certain standard for yourself. And if you feel that is dropping, then you have to call it a day and you just can't stretch it. I could have stretched it for more. But I felt that I was not at my peak and had gone down. And though I was, of course, I was playing Test match cricket, I was not picked for the ODIs also.
Yeah.
At that time, I was, I think, highest run getter for India. But then when you feel that you're not up to it, you're not there, you're not at your peak, or you're not playing your best cricket, that's the time I felt that we had to call it a day. So that was a very tough for me.
Sure, must have been very tough. But again, your second stint, sir, as a selector from 2006 to 2008, how was the experience of being the chairman of selectors? Playing was better or administration?
Well, both. I think has a habit. Is no one challenges. I would say. But then before that, in 2000, I was chairman of Talent Spotters.
Hmm.
About 2001 to 2004, and I did. So, and as a team, I think we did spot a lot of talent, whom them in NCA, and those players who are playing for India now, many who are playing for India, whom we had spotted,
Hmm.
uh, in those 4 years. So
Yeah.
that helped me when I became chairman of selection committee.
Hmm.
Now, because I knew all the players, I knew their mental makeup, I
Hmm.
knew about the abilities, technical as well as mental this thing, ability.
Hmm.
So I could pick them. Actually, I knew that who is good for what, in the sense, which position he can play.
Yeah.
So it was easier for me.
Hmm.
Actually, when we took over in 2006, 2007,
Hmm.
India was at number 5 in the ICC ranking in Test match cricket.
Hmm.
Couple of years only. Uh, we yeah, we topped the chart in all formats of the game because I think we won the first T20 World Cup also at that
Hmm.
time.
Right, absolutely. You backed MS Dhoni, and then Virat Kohli also in the team, and also when you were playing, you had pushed Sachin Tendulkar also in the team. But sir, Greg Chappell was Indian team coach under your tenure, if I'm not wrong. Uh, I mean, what went wrong with him? He didn't gel well with the Indian team. Bitter memories because uh, the way his coaching tenure ended, uh, nobody would like to think about that. I mean, your experience with Greg Chappell as India coach.
Yeah, I think he was a great player because I played against him in 1981
Hmm.
uh, in Australia, and he was a
Yeah.
fantastic player as a
Hmm.
player. But I didn't know much about him as a coach as such. Of course, I think he was brought in by the BCCI,
Hmm.
and of course, he did initially well, really well. As, uh,
Hmm.
but then, certain things really didn't go down too well with the players. And management skill was
Yeah.
yeah, lacking. That I would say.
Hmm.
He he was a great player, but I don't know about coach as such because I think he had not coached many teams before he came to India.
Yeah, that's right. But sir, shifting focus now, talking about the current Indian team under Virat Kohli, you think youngsters doing well is the biggest plus point for India? The way Indian team defeated Australia in Australia and the contribution of youngsters, and then at home against England, beating them, and the way they had defeated them, and also in the second ODI against Sri Lanka, the contribution of youngsters you think is the biggest plus in the current Indian team?
Absolutely, because if you see their victory in Australia was
Hmm.
fantastic because they were wiped in the first Test match.
Hmm.
Uh, the way they came back in the second Test match and the way the youngsters responded was
Hmm.
amazing. Because the guys like Siraj, and Washington Sundar and Rishabh Pant and all those, they played
Siraj. Yeah.
so well, brilliantly.
Hmm.
And in India also, of course.
Hmm.
And then in Sri Lanka now they are playing.
Hmm.
It's a very good thing because a lot of players are getting
Hmm.
opportunities. So now there's more option now.
Yeah.
You can't depend just on one or two players now. I think the
Hmm.
players I think who are there at the door, I think who can enter the international cricket straight away.
Hmm. And how do you see India's chances against England, sir, in the upcoming Test series?
Very good. Excellent chances because the way if England team is playing and Indian team is playing, I think India stands a very good chance. But the unfortunate part is that the first test is very important because they haven't played any side games. Uh,
Hmm.
they're only playing just one side game against
Yeah.
combined county. I wish they had played more side games to get
Hmm.
acclimated to the conditions. But having
Hmm.
said that, India stands very good chance.
Okay. And so, who, according to you, among the current lot I'm talking about, you think, according to you, will go far?
It's very difficult to say at the moment. I mean, who would go far because there are youngsters who are doing extremely well.
Who
Uh,
has been most impressive, according to you?
well, there are I can't really pinpoint that
Hmm.
the one player do very well as such. Uh, but I think we have fantastic players. A lot of options with us now. So we depend actually on few fast bowlers and a few spinners and a few batsmen. No, a few batsmen, but lot of players. I think is there. I think who would play for India very soon.
Are you amazed with the confidence of the young cricketers, be it Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, and others, playing first ODI, playing the first ball, and hitting it for six? You think the gap between the seniors and juniors is very less now? There is no gap. In fact, they are not scared of the seniors. You think this is one of the biggest reasons, and also IPL has made a very big difference. They already share dressing rooms with bigger players, international cricket. You are amazed. Are you amazed with the confidence of the young lads?
And actually, I'm amazed to be honest with you because he said that I'm going to hit the first ball for a six. That's what I read in the papers, and that is confidence because if you hit the first ball for a six, I think that has to be a predetermined shot, and he had that confidence to clear the ground. I mean, that is something unbelievable. But having said, IPL is playing a very, very important role. All the youngsters, those who are playing, I think they share the dressing room with the greats of the game. I think they see from the close quarters about their worth. Now they prepare for the match, the mental toughness, about the fitness, everything. So it's a big thing, for all the young cricketers. And they improve faster now, thanks to IPL.
Absolutely. But sir, two, three questions before we wind up. Who was your best friend in the Indian team, and share the most short-tempered man and the most jovial, funniest cricketer you played with?
Actually, all of them are good friends of mine in the sense, most of them are very, very close friends. And of course, we have
You want to name them, closest friends?
No, all of them. I think we played in 1983 also. All the players, those who played with me, I think throughout. And of course, Dilip Doshi, who is not in the team, but he is still a very good friend of mine. Chetan Chavan, who come with us, I think he was a dear friend of mine. And World Cup, we have a group also on WhatsApp. So we chat almost every day. All of them friends of mine, yeah.
Who was the funniest cricketer in the team?
I think Sandeep Patil is a very funny cricketer. He's got a tremendous sense of humor.
Okay. You want to share any instance?
No, because we played against each other in schools. Then we played for Bombay schools. Then we played for Bombay University. So we have been together for many years together.
You were friends with the players of other countries also, maybe Australia, West Indies, Pakistan. You used to have fun off the field?
Absolutely. I think all the players all over the world where we played, I think they were friends. In the evening, of course, I think we just met, chatted about the game, about other things in life. So as long as we are playing together against each other, I think we were friends definitely.
Especially with Pakistan cricketers, Javed Mirdad and company.
Absolutely. They were very good friends, excellent cricketers also. On the field, we were together, definitely.
And also, sir, I mean, it's very, very sad. A word on late Yashpal Sharma's untimely demise. He was the fittest among the 1983 World Cup squad. What do you want to say, sir?
It was absolutely shocking for all of us because we just met him, I think, 2 weeks ago in Delhi at the unveiling of the 1983 World Cup book. And he looked the fittest. And and he, of course, I think he was a vegetarian, a teetotal, completely never smoked. And he was a fitness freak. About this sad news, we were absolutely stunned. We were absolutely shocked.
He was coming after the morning walk only, and then he.
Yeah, I mean, that is so sad.
Very
he was such a dear friend of ours, very dear friend. We were together for many years, and he was a human being, very nice, jovial, also, and that was shocking for all of us.
Very shocking. Last question, sir. A film is being made on 1983 World Cup. Your thoughts on that? Adinath is playing your role.
Yeah. I've not seen the film, but those who have seen the film, they say it's a fantastic film. Very well made film. And of course, Kapil, I think, was a star of the show, definitely. I think he was a man of the World Cup. He was one of the greatest all-rounders I have seen. I'm waiting for its release, to be honest with you.
Right, absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time, and hope your film achieves a great success, and we'll be looking forward to your role in the film. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Well, that's all we have in Virtual Encounters. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.